Scientists sure know it all.
Lies the top-secret military base called Area 51. This giant complex remained unacknowledged and disavowed by the U.S. government.
But some mysteries have even left them shocked. Today, let's look at some of them. Number 1. Dark matter. Dark matter and dark energy are like the universe's biggest secrets, making up about 95% of it while staying almost completely hidden from us. Dark matter accounts for about 27%, and dark energy makes up a huge 68%.
The universe is thought to consist of 3 types of substance: regular matter, dark matter, and dark energy.
But what exactly are they? Let's break it down. Dark matter is like a cosmic ghost. It doesn't emit, absorb, or reflect light, so we can't see it directly. We only know it's there because of its gravitational pull on things we can see, like stars and galaxies. Imagine a room filled with invisible furniture. You can't see it, but you can bump into it and feel its presence. Scientists have been searching for dark matter particles for years. Some of the top candidates are WIMPs and axions. Despite all the efforts, no one has found the definitive particle yet. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack, except we're not even sure if it is there. Dark energy is even trickier. It's the force behind the accelerated expansion of the universe. This discovery was so important that it won the 2011 Nobel Prize in Physics. There are a couple of theories about dark energy. One idea ties it to the cosmological constant, which Einstein created. Another theory suggests it could be related to a field called quintessence. But honestly, we're still trying to figure it out. Number 2. The Pioneer Anomaly. The Pioneer Anomaly is one of those space mysteries that keeps scientists guessing.
But as they journeyed further into the cosmos, something strange began to happen.
It all started with the Pioneer 10 and 11 spacecraft, which NASA launched in the early 1970s to explore our solar system's outer planets and edges. These spacecraft completed their main missions, sending data back to Earth as they traveled farther into space. But then a twist happened. They started slowing down more than expected. This tiny slowdown caused quite a stir in the scientific community. For over 30 years, researchers looked into every possible explanation. Number 3. Tardigrades. Tardigrades are tiny creatures that can survive almost anything. They're less than a millimeter long, but practically indestructible. You can find them in extreme places like deep ocean trenches, high mountain peaks, and even the vacuum of space.
This means that they can roll with the punches in whatever extreme environment they call home.
One of the coolest things about tardigrades is their ability to enter cryptobiosis. In this state, they shut down their metabolism and survive in extreme conditions. They dry out and curl into a little ball called a ton. In this state, they can handle temperatures from just above absolute zero to over 150 degrees Celsius, pressures 6 times greater than those in the deepest ocean trenches, and radiation levels that would kill anything else. Number 4. The Great Attractor. The Great Attractor is 150 to 250 million light-years away from Earth and has an incredibly strong gravitational pull on our galaxy, the Milky Way, and millions of other galaxies in our neighborhood called the Laniakea supercluster. This pull is so powerful that it's drawing us and our cosmic neighbors toward a specific spot in space at speeds over 600 kilometers per second. What makes the Great Attractor so mysterious is its location, behind the zone of avoidance. This part of the sky is hidden by the Milky Way's dense layer of stars, dust, and gas, making it really hard to see with regular telescopes. Scientists use radio waves and X-rays to look through this cosmic dust and learn more about this hidden area. Number 5. Life. The earliest signs of life on Earth date back about 3.7 billion years, found in fossilized microorganisms and chemical signatures in ancient rocks. However, the exact processes that sparked life remain one of science's greatest mysteries. There are several leading theories on how life may have begun. The RNA world hypothesis suggests that the first life forms were based on RNA molecules. RNA can store genetic information and catalyze chemical reactions, potentially leading to DNA and proteins. But how life transitioned from RNA to DNA is still unclear. The metabolism first hypothesis posits that simple metabolic cycles that could harness energy and produce organic compounds came first. These cycles may have led to the development of complex molecules and, eventually, primitive cells. Some scientists believe in the theory of panspermia, which suggests that the building blocks of life may have come from space, delivered by meteorites or comets. This theory implies that extraterrestrial materials may have kick-started life on Earth. Another idea focuses on hydrothermal vents in the deep sea, which are rich in minerals and heat. These vents could have provided the conditions for life to begin, supplying the necessary energy and chemistry for life to form. Number 6. Placebo. The placebo effect is a fascinating part of medicine. It happens when someone feels better after getting a treatment that isn't supposed to help, like a sugar pill or saline shot. This shows how our thoughts and beliefs can affect our body's health. Doctors have seen the placebo effect help with pain, depression, Parkinson's disease, and other conditions. For example, people with pain who think they're taking a strong painkiller often feel better, even if it's just a placebo. Those with depression might feel happier after taking what they think is an antidepressant, even if it's not. Scientists don't fully understand how the placebo effect works. They know it can make the brain release natural painkillers like endorphins. Also, just taking a pill or going through a medical routine can make people feel cared for, which can help them heal. Even though we know about the placebo effect, it raises important questions in medicine and research. Figuring out how to use this effect ethically is still a hot topic. Studying it shows us how powerful our minds can influence our health. Number 7. Antikythera. The Antikythera mechanism is an amazing ancient find. It was discovered in 1901 on a Greek shipwreck near the island of Antikythera. It's like an early version of a computer dating back to around 100 BCE. This device used a system of gears to predict the positions of stars and planets in the sky and even track the timing of the Olympic Games. What's so incredible about the Antikythera mechanism is how advanced it is for its time. It has more than 30 bronze gears that fit perfectly to move precisely. It could show how the sun and moon move, the different phases of the moon, and maybe even where the planets are. This shows that the people who made it understood astronomy and how to build complex machines. Even though experts have studied it extensively, much about the Antikythera mechanism remains a mystery. Number 8. Cicada 3301. Starting on January 4, 2012, this secretive group posted complex puzzles and cryptic messages online, supposedly to find highly intelligent people for unknown reasons. The puzzles involved solving clues hidden in music, images, and real-world locations across the globe. They required deep knowledge of math, classic literature, and advanced internet skills. Despite many attempts, only a few claimed to solve parts of the puzzles, and even fewer said they got invited to the next stage. The true purpose of Cicada 3301 is still unknown. Some think it could be a recruitment test for intelligence agencies or a sophisticated prank, while others suggest it might be a secretive group with its own goals. The group has never explained itself, leading to many conspiracy theories and curiosity. Number 9. Raining animals. Raining animals is a weird phenomenon in which small creatures like fish, frogs, and birds fall from the sky, usually during storms or heavy rain. People have seen this happening worldwide for a long time, and it always surprises and confuses them. We have stories about it from history and recent times, but we still don't know exactly how it happens. One idea is that strong winds, waterspouts, or tornadoes can pick up animals from lakes or the ground and carry them far away before dropping them somewhere else. Waterspouts especially can suck up creatures, carry them in the swirling wind, and then let them go when the wind calms down. But this doesn't explain everything, and scientists are still trying to figure out all the details. Raining animals have been seen in different places, such as fish in Honduras, frogs in Serbia, and jellyfish in England. Scientists are studying why this happens, but for now, raining animals reminds us that nature is powerful and full of surprises. Number 10. Atlo Pass incidents. On the first night of February 1959, 9 ski hikers mysteriously died in the mountains of Russia. They had set up camp on a slope, had dinner, and got ready to sleep. But something went very wrong because they never came back. On February 26th, searchers found the hikers' tent. It had been ripped open from the inside. Footprints were found leading away from the tent, made by people wearing socks, one shoe, or even barefoot. These tracks led to a nearby forest where the first 2 bodies were discovered, shoeless and only in their underwear. It looked like they had died from the cold, but as more bodies were found in the following months, things got stranger. One hiker had injuries like they had been beaten up, another had 3rd-degree burns, one had been vomiting blood, one was missing a tongue, and some of their clothes were radioactive. Cold didn't seem to explain all of this. Number 11. Sickening noises. In December 2016, a CIA officer in Havana went to the American Embassy's health office because he felt nauseous, had a headache, and was dizzy. Soon, 2 more CIA officers had similar problems. By late 2018, 26 Americans and 13 Canadians reported symptoms like nausea, hearing loss, vertigo, nosebleeds, and trouble focusing. They all said these symptoms started after hearing a strange noise at their homes or hotels. Some described the noise as high-pitched, others said it sounded like a beam of sound, and some thought it resembled marbles rolling on the floor. Doctors were baffled. Specialists at the University of Pennsylvania found that the victims had concussion-like symptoms, but no signs of actual concussions. People suspected the Cuban government, but the Cubans denied it, and many American investigators believed them. Number 12. Ghost ship. On December 4, 1872, the Mary Celeste, a British-American ship, was found empty and drifting in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was in good condition and its cargo was untouched, but one lifeboat was missing. No one knows why the crew left, because they were never seen again. The Mary Celeste left New York in November 1872, headed for Genoa, Italy. Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and 7 crew members were on board. They had enough supplies for 6 months, including nice things like a sewing machine and a piano. Everything seemed normal, and the ship's logbook didn't show anything strange. Over the years, many ideas have been suggested. Some people think there was a mutiny, a pirate attack, or even an attack by a sea monster. Scientists suggested that fumes from the alcohol cargo might have caused a small explosion. This explosion didn't leave burn marks, but could have scared everyone into getting into the lifeboat. Number 13. Area 51. This one is for all the Gen Z. Area 51 is a U.S. military base in southern Nevada. Its existence wasn't officially confirmed until 2013, when the CIA responded to a Freedom of Information Act request from 2005. Historical evidence suggests that Area 51 is used for developing and testing experimental aircraft and weapons. Public satellite images, like those on Google Maps, don't show much. Even people with security clearance to visit Area 51 are flown there from Las Vegas on unmarked planes from an airline called Janet, which covers its windows during landing. Number 14. Voyich manuscript. The Voyich manuscript is a mysterious 250-page book written in an unknown language or writing system. Carbon dated to the 1400s, it includes illustrations of plants that don't match any known species. It's named after Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish book dealer who bought it in 1912. The book is thought to be a medical text. Centuries after its supposed discovery, the Voynich manuscript remains an unsolved mystery, puzzling scholars and cryptographers alike. Number 15. Sodder children, George and Jenny Sodder of West Virginia, faced a sad situation when their home burned down on Christmas Eve in 1945. 5 of their 10 children were found safe, but the other 5 seemed to have vanished without a trace. What makes this case so mysterious is that no remains of the missing children were found in the ashes of the fire, which is almost impossible scientifically. There were other odd details too. George tried to use his coal truck to save the children he thought were still inside, but the truck wouldn't start. The phone lines to the house had been cut. A woman claimed she saw the missing children looking out of a passing car during the fire. Another woman said she saw 4 of the children at a hotel in Charleston a week after the fire, accompanied by 2 men and 2 women of Italian descent who were hostile when she tried to talk to the children. Number 16. Young Walter Collins. The Walter Collins mystery is one of the most tragic and bizarre crime stories of the 1920s, brought back into focus by Clint Eastwood's 2008 film Changeling. In March 1928, Christine Collins, a single mother in Los Angeles, reported her 9-year-old son, Walter, missing. 5 months later, the police claimed to have found Walter and returned him to Christine. However, Christine immediately knew the boy wasn't her son. Despite her protests, the police dismissed her, accused her of being a bad mother, and even committed her to a mental hospital. The real Walter Collins was never found. Authorities suspected he might have been a victim of Gordon Stewart Northcott, a convicted child murderer. Northcott's mother confessed to killing Walter, but details remained unclear. Despite these confessions, Walter's body was never found, and his fate remains unknown. Number 17. The disappearance of Paula Jeene Weldon. Paula Jeene Weldon was an 18-year-old sophomore at Bennington College when she vanished on December 1, 1946. She told her roommate, Elizabeth Parker, that she was going for a long walk, but never returned. The search for Paula mainly focused on Vermont's Long Trail, a 270-mile path that runs to the Canadian border, as local witnesses reported seeing her there. Despite the search, no clues were found on the trail. Then, strange leads began to emerge. A waitress in Massachusetts claimed she served an agitated young woman who matched Paula's description. Paula's father, upon hearing this, disappeared for 36 hours, supposedly chasing this lead. His actions were suspicious enough that he became a prime suspect. Rumors circulated that Paula's home life was not as perfect as her parents had said. She had not gone home for Thanksgiving the week before her disappearance and might have been upset after a fight with her father. Her father suggested that Paula might have been upset over a boy she liked, and that the boy should be considered a suspect. In the years following her disappearance, a local Bennington man twice claimed to know where Paula's body was buried. However, he couldn't lead police to any evidence. With no body and no forensic clues, the case went cold, and theories became more bizarre. Some people, including New England author and occult researcher Joseph Citro, suggested paranormal explanations. Citro proposed the Bennington Triangle theory, claiming that special energy in the area attracts visitors from outer space who may have taken Paula with them. Despite these theories, the mystery of what happened to Paula Jeene Weldon remains unsolved. Number 18. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Flight 370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 12:41 a.m. local time and was expected to arrive in Beijing at 6:30 a.m. Around 1:20 a.m., the plane's transponder and aircraft communication addressing and reporting system were turned off, making the aircraft invisible to civilian radar. Malaysian military radar later tracked the plane as it turned back over the Malay Peninsula and flew across the Strait of Malacca towards the Andaman Sea. The last confirmed communication from the plane was a routine goodnight message from the co-pilot at 1:19 a.m. An extensive multinational search effort was launched in the South China Sea, Andaman Sea, and Indian Ocean. In 2015, a flaperon from the plane's wing was found on Reunion Island, confirming the crash in the Western Indian Ocean. Despite searches covering over 120,000 square kilometers of the seafloor, the main wreckage site was never located. The official search was suspended in January 2017 after no conclusive evidence was found. Ocean Infinity's private search in 2018 also ended without success. Number 19. Lighthouse. In 1900, 3 lighthouse keepers mysteriously vanished from the remote Elian Moor Island in Scotland, sparking one of maritime history's enduring mysteries. The lighthouse, manned by Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur, was responsible for guiding ships through the perilous waters of the Flannan Isles. The alarm was raised on December 15th when a passing ship noticed the lighthouse was dark. The lighthouse tender Hesperus investigated and arrived on December 26th. Keeper Joseph Moore found the lighthouse empty. Clocks had stopped, a meal lay untouched, and a chair was overturned, suggesting a sudden departure. The logbook's last entry, dated December 15th, noted a severe storm. Searchers found no trace of the men. One theory proposed a rogue wave swept them into the sea during storm preparations. However, no bodies were found, and why all 3 were outside simultaneously was questioned. Other theories included abduction, a deadly altercation, or supernatural causes from local legends. Despite investigations and speculation, the story of Marshall, Ducat, and MacArthur remains unknown. Number 20. The Beal Ciphers. The Beal Ciphers are 3 encrypted letters believed to reveal the location of a buried treasure worth millions. In the early 1800s, Thomas J. Beal reportedly buried a fortune of gold, silver, and jewels in Bedford County, Virginia. Before disappearing, Beal gave his friend Robert Morris a box containing the coded messages, instructing him to open it if Beal didn't return within 10 years. The first cipher is said to pinpoint the treasure's exact location, the second lists its contents, and the third identifies the heirs. Despite many efforts, only the second cipher has been decoded, revealing details of 2921 pounds of gold, 5,100 pounds of silver, and jewels obtained in St. Louis in November 1819, using the Declaration of Independence as a key. The other 2 ciphers remain unsolved, keeping the treasure's precise location a mystery. Some doubt the authenticity of the Beal ciphers, seeing it as a clever hoax by a cipher enthusiast. Others believe the treasure is real and continue searching for clues. For over a century, the Beal ciphers have fascinated treasure hunters and cryptographers, blending hidden treasure with the challenge of cracking an unbroken code. Whether fact or fiction, the mystery persists, beckoning adventurers to unravel the secrets and find the elusive fortune hidden somewhere in Virginia. Number 21. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is a mysterious area in the Atlantic Ocean, roughly between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. It's famous for stories of ships and planes mysteriously disappearing without a trace. People have reported strange events in the Bermuda Triangle since the mid-20th century. Ships and planes have vanished, sometimes with no distress signals or wreckage found. This has led to all sorts of theories about what might be causing these disappearances. Some people think there might be unusual magnetic fields in the area that interfere with navigation instruments. Others suggest there could be underwater methane gas bubbles that cause ships to suddenly sink. Some even believe there could be alien activity or portals to other dimensions. Many scientists and experts say there's no real evidence for these theories. They argue that the Bermuda Triangle doesn't have more disappearances than any other busy area of the ocean. Most disappearances can be explained by bad weather, human error, or mechanical problems. Number 22. The Max Headroom broadcast signal intrusion. In 1987, 2 Chicago television stations had their signals hijacked by someone wearing a Max Headroom mask. The identity of the intruder remains a mystery to this day. Even after extensive investigation, no one was able to figure out who this hacker was and how the hacking even happened. Number 23, the Tunguska Event. In 1908, a massive explosion flattened 800 square miles of forest in Siberia. The cause is uncertain, with theories ranging from a meteorite impact to a black hole. For the most part, it's believed that it happened because of a meteorite. But was it? Because many also believe that it was some humans' doing. The blast was way stronger than the attack on Hiroshima and could have been caused by an actual bomb as well. Number 24. The SS Urang Madan. In 1947, distress signals from the Dutch freighter SS Urang Madan were received by several ships. When help arrived, the entire crew was found dead under mysterious circumstances. Witnesses stated that they received several Morse code transmissions, and the final message said, "I die." Number 25. The WOW signal. In 1977, astronomer Jerry R. Amon detected a strong radio signal from the constellation Sagittarius, dubbed the WOW signal. Its origin remains unexplained and has not been detected again. Even today, scientists wonder where this signal actually came from, but to no use. I wonder if they will ever receive a signal like that again. And that's all for today. Keep watching for more, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. See you in the next one.